Here we are at lesson 8, and now we're able to find the places in a sentence and identify the phrases that fill those places. This week we're going to talk about WH questions and traces. Let's begin with yes/no questions first. Will the weather get colder? X word. The weather will get colder, and the weather is the subject. Predicate. Will ties with the present. Will ties with get. The M place is here. Y is get colder. Get is the base form. It's a verb phrase, no time. And let's rewrite it. I don't have a lot of room here, but I'll do it over on the side. Get colder. This is a little bit of an interesting sentence. So, get is the verb. There's no particle. Now I need to decide, is colder the object? So it looks like it is. We could say, what will the weather get? Colder. I mean, that's possible. But I'm going to have to try to understand what this sentence really means. It really means the weather will be colder or will become colder. This get doesn't have the same meaning as let's get coffee. So I'm going to say that the object place is empty and colder is actually a complement. It's an adjective phrase. It talks about the weather, not really about what the weather is going to do. So let's take a look at the next one. Did you watch TV last night? Last night is the shifter. Did is the X word. You did watch. Subject you. Watch TV is the predicate. The M place, the Y. Did ties with the past. Did ties with watch. Watch is the base form. Let's rewrite the Y. Watch TV. And watch is the verb. Particle place is empty. TV is the object. It's a noun phrase. The complement place is empty. There's actually nothing missing in these sentences. Everything the verb needs is there. A yes/no question contains the same information as its affirmative form, except that an X word has been moved to the front to form the question. Now let's take a look. Is anything missing from an information question? So we can indicate what is in a place at the very beginning in front of the X word. We're going to label that as a Q place. Then, of course, comes the X word. There's a second X word placed after Jack. Jack is the subject. Last night is the shifter. Predicate. M place. Watch on TV is Y. And it looks pretty much the same as the yes or no question. Did ties with the past. Watch ties with did. It's the base form. And Y is a verb phrase, no time. Let's rewrite it. I'll put it up over here. Watch on TV and watches the verb, particle, object, complement is a prepositional phrase. Let's look at the answer, or the affirmative sentence. Last night, Jack watched a movie on TV. Predicate. And the Y place. Watch ties with the past. It's the past form. Verb phrase with time. And let's take a closer look at the Y now. Watched a movie on TV. Watched is the verb, the particle. A movie is the object. It's a noun phrase. On TV is the complement. It's a prepositional phrase. When I compare the question and the affirmative sentence, basically the same sentences, it appears that the object is missing in the affirmative sentence. We can see that. But according to Steven Pinker in The Language Instinct, it's not. Let me move here. The question word what expresses the thing watched, role, or the object. And it comes at the beginning. So the object, however, it leaves a feeling of itself in the D place, the D structure place. And I think we need to explain a little bit what we mean about that. D structure means that the sentence, an affirmative sentence with the verb having everything it needs, is called the D structure sentence. The object, it leaves a trace of itself in the D structure place, and when we see that yes or no question, we're seeing a change or a transformation from the deep structure to a surface structure or S structure. Let's take a look. I'll show you more about what I mean. I don't think I explained that very well. Jerry parked his car in the garage. Jerry parked, okay, so Jerry is the subject. Well, I do the X words first, excuse me. Okay, there was no shifter here. The M place. Everything left is Y. Parked ties with the past. It's the past form. Y is a verb phrase with time. I'll rewrite the Y. Parked his car in the garage. Parked is the verb, no particle. His car is the object, it's a noun phrase. In the garage is the complement, it's a prepositional phrase. And this is an affirmative sentence, and the verb parked has everything it needs. It needs a subject, it has Jerry. A verb parked, it needs some object, it has that, the car. And it needs a place, usually with the prepositional phrase. And so the verb parked has a subject, has an object, has a complement. It has everything it needs. This is an affirmative sentence. It's the deep structure of the sentence. Now, in the next sentence, let's see what that looks like. Matt saw the car. X word place, subject Matt, okay, the M, the Y, and saw ties with the past. It's the past form. This Y is a verb phrase with time. Let's rewrite the Y. Saw the car. Saw is the verb, no particle. The car is the object. It's a noun phrase. The complement place is empty. And we can say that this is a deep structure sentence. It's affirmative. And the verb saw has everything it needs. It has a subject. It has an object. Saw doesn't really require a complement. Let's take a look at one more. Matt saw. So Matt is the, okay, well, two X word places. Matt is the subject. Hit is the predicate. M place. Y. Hit ties with the past. It's the past form. It looks like another verb phrase with time. Let's take a look at the Y. Hit. It's the verb. Particle place is empty. Object place is empty. And complement place is empty. Now, can I say that Matt hit is really a deep structure sentence? I'd say no, because the verb hit doesn't get everything that it really requires that it needs, because hit needs an object. The object is missing from this sentence. So this is the idea that a verb really requires certain things. A verb like parked may require an object and a complement. A thing parked and a place. A verb like saw may require just an object, no complement. A verb like hit requires an object, and when a verb gets everything it needs, like in this parked his car and saw the car, then this is a D structure. It's the deep structure. And something like hit, we feel that the sentence, it's not complete. It's just not right. And that's because the verb isn't getting everything it needs. But we already know that every sentence can't be affirmative. It just can't. So we have to be able to change our sentences to make them fit our communication needs. We may need to make yes/no questions or negative sentences, so we transform the D structure into a different surface structure, the actual sentence that we see. Let's continue. Jerry did not park his car in the garage. No shifters. Did. Jerry's the subject. Predicate. M and Y. Did ties with the past. Did ties with park. Base form. Y is a verb phrase, no time. Rewrite. Park his car in the garage. Verb, particle, his car is the object, noun phrase. In the garage is the complement, prepositional phrase. The original, the affirmative sentence was changed, but still everything that we need is there. The object, the complement that Park requires. Let's take a look what happens. We ask the yes/no question. Did Matt see the car? Okay, did is the X word. Did not. Matt is the subject, predicate. Did ties with the past. Did ties with see, base form. The M place, so I keep forgetting the M. Y, verb phrase, no time. Rewrite the Y. I have see the car, and see is the verb, particle, noun phrase, whoops, okay, object, getting ahead of myself, noun phrase, and complement. And even though it's a yes or no question, I still see that everything the verb requires is here. Nothing's missing. So let's see what happens. Okay, so the S structure, and it really doesn't matter, the surface structure, it keeps or maintains all the parts of the D structure sentence. There's really nothing missing. Now, a similar thing happens with WH questions. All the parts of a D structure sentence are present in a WH question because of the trace. It's the trace that tells us or informs us of what's missing. We feel this missing part of the sentence, and so we're able to answer questions. For example, where did Jerry park his car? Question. Where did Jerry park his car? Did. Jerry's the subject. Predicate. Did ties with the past. Did ties with the verb park. Base form. The M place is here. Y is park the car, and Y is a verb phrase, no time. Now, let's see how the Y looks. Park his car, and park is the verb. The particle place is empty. His car is the object, it's a noun phrase, and the complement looks like it's empty. But we understand this question, we know how to answer, because we realize, we recognize the trace. The missing part of the sentence is here in the complement. We know that because we feel the trace. Jerry parked his car in the garage, in front of the store, behind school. What did Matt see? That's our question word, X word. Second X word place, Matt. And we can see the sentence structure, it hasn't really changed. We've added something here. That's all. Did is past. Did ties with see. That's the base form. The M place is here. Y is C, and Y is a verb phrase, no time. Now the Y is C. That's the verb. The particle, object, and complement places appear to be empty. But just like in the first sentence, where expressed the object, the trace, what expresses the object. And we know that because we feel it's the object that's missing in this sentence. The trace tells us that's the part that's missing. This is just an introduction, and now we're going to practice this a little bit more as we do the classwork.